This used to be one of the hardest things for me to ever talk about, which was losing my father to suicide. And 2018 marks the 10-year anniversary since I lost my father, since my world changed forever. In one moment, my life would never be the same. Losing the person I love so much. And if you've lost someone in your life, you would understand losing anyone is one of the most painful things that you ever go through. But he was my role model, he was my dad, he was my rock for many things. And so much of my life in that moment was taken away from me. So much of my young 20s was taken away from me. And this year, 2018, I'm calling on men all across Australia to help us with the biggest men's mental health movement of all time. To make it okay to not be okay, to speak, to help other families not go through what mine did. And if you know someone that's lost someone to suicide, or a family, or a brother, or a dad, or a mate to suicide, you understand the pain and the complexities that go into it. And I beg and I plead, if you're a man watching this and you're going through your own challenges, that you reach out. But more importantly, join our movement. Join our movement to help men to speak up, to be vulnerable, to be real. Because if you were like me and you couldn't speak about the pain and the sadness and the loss, and maybe you didn't even know how, because I tell you what, I didn't even know where to go for help. And I chased away anyone who ever loved me. I ruined so much of my life, and I used to wake up in the mirror and hate the person I became. I really had no idea who I was anymore. And before my father died, I was a relatively happy man. I was excited about the future, about possibility. And losing someone that you love takes away so much of who you are. You know, all the unanswered questions. He'll never see me grow up. He'll never see me get married. He'll never see my kids. I'll never get to ask him, was he proud of me? I'll never get to tell him that I loved him so much, because it was all taken away from me in a second. And I ask you on this video to join us in the Man Enough movement for 2018, to come together as men, to say it's okay not to be okay, to be real, to be raw, and to be man enough to be vulnerable, and to know that there's tools out there, there's things out there, there's programs out there, there's people out there that can help men find their way back to happiness, because every single man and person around deserves to be happy. And my dad didn't know where to go. He didn't even know how to ask for help. And for many of us, we didn't even know he was struggling, because men suffer in silence so well. So I beg and I plead, as I said before, to join our Man Enough movement in 2018.